As an entrepreneur, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to screw up. In fact, in the entrepreneurial world, if things go right the first time, we have a word for that. It's called a miracle. And if you think that you're going to be perfect and you are not going to make a move unless it's perfect, you are guaranteed to fail because you are going to be paralyzed by that perfection. You will make mistakes. You will learn from those mistakes. You will pick yourself up and move on, and you will embrace the knowledge that you can fail and continue. It's the way it works, especially for you new entrepreneurs who are listening to this. You can fail and continue. It's not like you fail and you suddenly have to stop. Go ahead and fail and then continue. I implore you, I beg you, I command you to continue. Please continue if you do fail. For those of you who don't know me, it's Chris Prouty, and for the last 21 years, I have helped thousands of entrepreneurs wildly grow their businesses by teaching them how to attract clients from social media and from the internet. But I do it in a way that you might not think. And if you're new to my channel, now would be a genius time to click the subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications so that you get an alert every time I create new content just like this. I was talking with someone in my private client group the other day, and we were talking about the inability to move forward and how that perfection paralysis can stop so many entrepreneurs from having an impact and changing the lives that they wish to change. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm actually gonna take you through three things that you can start doing right away to break free of perfection paralysis. But before I do that, if you are an entrepreneur and you're looking for a neat new way to get clients into your business, just go right here, go to proutyclass.com and take my free workshop. It's going to show you a step-by-step strategy that will show you how to get clients into your business with ease. And I have so much fun teaching it. All you have to do is go there, register. I'll see you inside that class. My clients come to me because they want the shortcut to getting the results that they're looking for. Even though they have a product or service that they know can change an industry, they're looking for the strategies and the plans that have been tested and perfected so that they don't have to go out and guess and they don't have to be paralyzed by perfection, and they can go out and they can get it right. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So let's talk about perfection paralysis for just a moment. And one of the things that keeps you from moving forward is the thinking that if you don't get it right, you never get to move on. But that couldn't be further from the truth. If you don't get it right, you learn something that doesn't work and you get to move beyond that to find the thing that does work. So what I want you to do, the very first thing I want you to do, is focus on being really great at what you do, as opposed to being focused on being perfect at what you do. And that was one of the biggest game changers for me, is when I released the need to be perfect and I just focused on being really great. I make mistakes, and when I make mistakes, I like to call attention to them, to show others that it's okay to make mistakes. And so focus on being really great instead of being perfect. Number two, once you find something that is working, I want you to systemize it. I want you to find a way to either document it, create the step-by-steps, automate it, use software, use tools, use other people. Once you find something that works incredibly well, create a system around it so that it works well predictably. In fact, that's what my entire client attraction methodology is based on, is a system that works in getting clients into your business. I get beautiful messages every day from my mentees about the clients that are coming to them. If you'd like to explore what that looks like, I'll teach you something if you go here. Just go to proutyclass.com and take my free workshop where I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I use, and I've talked to thousands of people. Prouty's my last name. Class is what you get to take from me when you go there. So once something works, systemize it so that you can do it over and over again. And then the third thing that I want to share with you is it's all about the building blocks. And when you focus on the building blocks, you can focus less on the perfection of the entire thing and focus on making the building blocks really great. And I'm going to share with you a tip on how to do that in just a moment. I'm thinking back to when I was early on in my business and I found myself paralyzed by perfection and how I could see that it was holding me back. I wouldn't try anything. I wouldn't spend money on anything, and I wouldn't experiment, and I wouldn't take any steps aside from what I already knew. And it limited my reach, it limited my impact, it limited my ability to be seen as an expert and an authority in my industry. Once I was able to release that, and it took a lot of prying to get it out of my hands, but it was one thing that one person said to me one day, and I've referenced this before when someone said, you spend too much time analyzing and not enough time implementing. And it was true. All I was doing was analyzing everything so that I could try to make it perfect, but I never actually took the steps. That is the biggest mistake I made early on as an entrepreneur. And I would like for you to identify whether or not you're making that same mistake. Are you constantly questioning? Are you not spending money on developing yourself? Are you never taking steps that because you might make a mistake or something might go wrong or you might fail? Are you holding yourself back seeking perfection? And if that's the case, I would love for you to acknowledge that and then work on getting beyond it, like I did, because I know how you feel and I felt the same exact way. And it wasn't until someone identified it in me, as I'm hoping to do in you, that I was able to get beyond it. So if I had to give you a tip on how to break free of perfection paralysis, it's going to be this. Focus on the building blocks of everything in your business and use the scientific method for optimizing every single building block. The scientific method is something we all learned in 8th grade. You'll remember it's create a hypothesis, conduct an experiment, collect feedback, observe the feedback, and then feed the feedback or loop the feedback back into your hypothesis until you have created something that's working really great. Nothing is ever going to work perfectly. We talked about that earlier in this video. But you can make the building blocks really great. And you know what happens when you have an entire system of building blocks and every building block is really great? The whole thing is really great. So break things down into building blocks. This is the exact thing that I do in my client attraction strategy that I teach here in this awesome class, proudyclass.com. It's a workshop where I'm going to show you the building blocks of attracting clients and how you can use the scientific process to make each one really great and start getting clients coming to you instead of you having to reach out to them. Nobody likes doing that. All right, so go here, go to proudyclass.com, sign up for that. So take those building blocks, use the scientific process, make them all really great, create a system that's really great, and you're gonna be in really great shape. While everything that I just taught you today is incredibly important, it might not be the only thing that you need, which is why I'm gonna put a link for a video right here for you to check out that's gonna help you even more. And if you click on my face, you can subscribe to my channel to get alerts every time I create new content like this.